What if I told you that many foods are still safe to eat, even after the expiration date? Yeah. Those dates on milk, bread, snacks, and canned food? Most people trust them completely. But the truth is, expiration dates were never really created to tell you exactly when food becomes dangerous. So, why were they invented? And are we throwing away billions of dollars of perfectly good food because of a misunderstanding? Let's find out. Back in the early 1900s, people bought food very differently. There were no giant supermarkets, no modern refrigerators in most homes, and almost no packaged foods with labels. People bought fresh food daily from local markets. But as food companies grew bigger, packaged food became more common. And that created a problem. Customers had no idea how old the food actually was. A can of soup could sit on a shelf for weeks. Milk could be close to spoiling. But nobody could tell. People started losing trust in packaged food. So companies needed a way to make customers feel safe. That's where date labels came in. One of the first companies to use expiration-style dating was a bread company in the 1930s. They added dates to bread packaging so stores could rotate old products out faster. At first, it wasn't about safety. It was about quality. They wanted customers to buy fresher products. Soon, other companies copied the idea. Milk companies, canned food companies, frozen meals. Eventually, expiration dates became normal everywhere. But here's the shocking part. There was never one universal system. Even today, many expiration labels are not regulated strictly. Terms like best before, sell by, use by, all mean different things. And most people don't know the difference. Best before usually means the food tastes best before that date. Not that it suddenly becomes dangerous afterward. Sell by is mostly for stores. It tells supermarkets how long to display the product. And use by is usually the manufacturer's recommendation for peak quality. But people often treat all these labels like warning signs. As if the food magically turns poisonous at midnight. That's not how food works. In reality, many foods remain safe days, weeks, or even months later if stored properly. For example, dry pasta can last years. Canned foods often survive long after the printed date. Even some medicines remain effective far beyond expiration. Scientists have tested this many times. So why do the dates still matter so much? Because expiration dates also help businesses. Think about it. If people throw food away earlier, they buy more food sooner. And many companies prefer customers to replace products frequently. But there's another side too. Food companies also want to avoid lawsuits. If someone gets sick, companies need proof they warned consumers. So expiration dates became a kind of legal protection. Over time, fear grew stronger. People became scared of eating anything expired. And today, the world throws away massive amounts of perfectly edible food every single year. Some experts estimate that confusion over food labels causes millions of tons of food waste. That's insane. Now wait. This does not mean you should ignore every expiration date. Some foods really can become dangerous. Especially raw meat, seafood, baby formula, dairy products. Those need careful attention. But for many packaged foods, the date is more about quality than safety. That's why people should also use their eyes, their nose, and common sense. If something smells terrible, looks strange, or has mold, don't eat it. Simple. So the next time you see an expiration date, remember this. It wasn't originally invented just to tell you when food becomes deadly. It started as a way to manage freshness, build customer trust, and help stores sell products better. And over time, most people misunderstood what those dates actually meant. Which means, you might have thrown away perfectly good food without realizing it. And honestly, that tiny printed date may be one of the most misunderstood things in your kitchen. If you enjoyed this video, welcome to Curious Corner, where we explain the weird little things people never stop to question. And trust me, there's a lot more.